guys, Christina with Forever Bored Soapery. Today I am going to be making my Dreamcatcher's Gentle Snowfall soap. This soap is named after one of our first mama does that we have on the farm. And this happens to be my top selling soap as well. I go through it like crazy. I am only making 4 loaves today, but I really do need to look at upping my batches here to a double batch. So doing 8 at a time of some of my primary line bars. I'm going through them so quickly. I'm choosing not to do it today because I didn't have the goat milk and everything prepared, or my lye. I only had enough for 1 batch, so that's what I'm gonna do. But I do need to start, yeah, I got to start upping my amounts. I'm going through them so quickly. I really thought, and I really thought that I had made enough that I was good for a while, but I also had goals to have higher sales. So sometimes you really got to think that through and put them together and make sure that they actually align. My want of more sales and focusing on getting more sales, I don't think that I increased my amount of product that I'm making enough to match up with that increase of sales. So I do need to do something about that. I just got to figure it out. I have to do some work with my reports through Square. That's what I use for my payment system and my tracking of my sales. I need to do some work on that for sure, because I don't know. I need to figure out what exactly it is that I'm making now, and then consider how much I want to be making in the next 6 months and make sure I'm upping my production by that much, because I definitely need to do some work on that. So I've got my melted oils in this bin here. I'm adding in my kaolin clay and my goat's milk. And then I'm just gonna give that a quick stir. Not fully prepared for life today, hold on. Blew a breaker today, that was fun. Just for fun use, can't run your crock pot and your microwave on the same breaker. Apparently I can run my microwave in my blender, or my crock pot in my blender, but not my microwave in my crock pot. Okay, just give that a little bit of a mixy. And then I'm going to add in my lye solution. Okay. Let's go in here. So yeah, I blew the breaker. That was sad. I've been doing a ton of stuff here today. I made some of my base for my foaming sugar scrub. I don't like this blender. This is my Chefman. Not a fan. I don't know. It's high powered, but it comes to splurches. I don't like it. And it like sticks to the bottom because it's so high powered that you're pulling it away and then it comes out and splashes. And it's not quite perfect for soap making. But yeah, I got some of my foaming sugar scrub base made. Again, another situation where I need to be making 2 crock pot worth at a time. Today I had a brain fart. I thought I was out of cocoa butter, so I only had enough to make one, completely forgetting that I had ordered 2 huge pails. I've got like 8 pounds or something of cocoa butter, just in the raw format as opposed to the unrefined. No, yeah, unrefined as opposed to refined. Sure. I just forgot that I had done. So I'll be making more tomorrow probably. Good mix there started. I don't think I'm quite at emulsion, maybe just, but we're gonna mix it up some more anyways, so do that. So I like to take a quarter of the batch and I set that aside for my titanium dioxide. So bear with me here. For me, that's 1,500 grams. And I think we'll do this one first. This one second. Okay, so I'm just going to keep mixing my microwave. Very splatty, this one. It's either you're stuck to the bottom of your pail because the motor is so strong you're like sucked down there, or if you pull it back up a little bit it splats everywhere. So in true me fashion, I do not have my fragrance oil out because I was going to forget it again. So I'm just going to go get it right now. So I don't completely forget it. That's good. I'll just weigh that out as well. Trying to make it so you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. So we'll give that a tar. And for the light for me, I can't remember my percentage. One sec. Okay, so this one is a 5%. Usually is if I can't remember, but I always double check it just in case, because there has been the odd occasion where it's 3% or whatever. So just had to do a double check and make sure I was right. I strongly recommend that to everyone rather than trying to go by memory. It just covers your booty. So this Dreamcatcher's Gentle Snowfall is a Bath and Body Works dupe from Windy Point. They call it Snowy Morning. I suspect that might be Bath and Body Works name. I'm not sure, but I just changed it to Dreamcatcher's Gentle Snowfall. So I have something a little bit more unique in my fragrance. And I'm gonna add color here. So we have got about 3, bear with me here, 12 times 3, so 3 pounds, 3, 6, 9 pounds here. So about 3 tablespoons of colorant. And I do go pretty strong on this particular colorant. I really like the bright blue flashy color of it, so I do try to go fairly strong there. I am gonna add my fragrance oil into here because it's not mixing. I didn't have enough oil in there to mix it in. Okay. Now she's all beautiful, mixed in. All right. So now we'll just dump her in there. Now that I recall, this one doesn't accelerate at all. I am actually starting a new log. I just found my old notes. They're not very good. I'm missing notes. I can't find stuff. I'm just not happy with it. So I'm starting a new log. I've created an Excel spreadsheet. I'm a fan of Excel spreadsheets. I do remember that about this fragrance. It changes color. So it it comes out with this beautiful emeralds, mermaidy type green. It's gorgeous, but it actually ends up in a nice, beautiful this stick blender is moving itself to the back room as an emergency blender. I'm just irritated with it at this point. Okay. That we're going to call good enough. And then we're going to bring over our other batch here, and it's going to be our white. Our titanium dioxide that we're going to use in this one, and it'll be about 3 pounds, so we're going to go with a tablespoon of white, and we'll give her a mixy mix here. This fragrance kind of goes with this funky yellow color, if you can see it. It does come back to white, which is fun. I know the first time I made it, I was like, no, my colors. In fact, I even think I put a complaint on one of the Facebook groups going, what the heck? I was so frustrated. And then it all came back to the colors it was supposed to be, and I was happy again. Okay, this is good and thick. I just second guessing myself. This one has a little bit of a, I don't know what you call it, a trail kind of look to it from the mica, and it just makes you wonder if you're actually done mixing or not. So has me second guessing myself. All right, so we just need some containers. So this fragrance has like bergamot and eau de pear and amber and balsam and all kinds of great stuff in it. It's super awesome. Okay, so we're going to pour about half here into each one. come at it with the white. And we're just gonna do some drop swirls here. Whoop, big one. Whenever I try to go fast, I make such a mess. But I kind of want, I just need to go higher, not faster. I want the drops to go deeper into the bar. Okay. So now with this one, I am going to do a swirl. I think we can just reuse this stick here. And a fair amount of a swirl, I think. So I'm going to go through it twice. Okay, I only liked it once front and back. I don't think once front and back is going to be the goal. The twice thinned it out too much. I don't like it. I want the chunkier colors of white. So I pulled that back a bit. And we're just kind of going back and forth, trying to keep them even Steven here a bit. You're seeing some are already lower than others. And scrape out my container here. I meant to do a check when we were mixing there at the beginning to see if I can get a double batch in here. And I forgot to do it. Oops. So we are going to have to do another look-see next time. Trying to get everything out of here. So much still left. So the problem with this bigger kind of surface area on this one is it does take up a lot of space. Okay, so just clean up my messes for always, because I can't seem to make it through without spilling at least once. And then we're going to do the drop again. Just going to give this a little bit of a stir. She's hardening up. Okay. I think I just remembered, I think I did a spoon swirl last time in this one. I do believe that's what I did. So these two are good and full. This one is not full. Nor is this one. Okay. It's about as good as we're gonna get today. So, let's give these guys a tap down. Okay, so they're good and full. I think we're gonna stick to our stick here at this point, although I do, now that I think about it, think that I did in fact do a spoon last time. But we'll ride this out. I love these swirls. They look like they're gonna be nice and big and chunky. Love that. Hope I'm right and that they come out beautifully. See how close that was to a drop? Because I did. This table here is just slightly lopsided, and it shows in the soap molds, which drives me crazy. So what I like to do is move them onto a tray. Which does seem to help with the whole process, keeping them a little bit flatter. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think we're going to do like a figure 8 top. Maybe just a back and forth. I seem to be rolling with this just nicely, so let's do that. That looks gorgeous. I'm happy with that. Do the same here. Find if you do the stick on the flat side, it really pulls from side to side nicely. Gorgeous. All right. So tomorrow's market is Friday, and it is going to be the Kalmar market. So if you happen to be out and about and in this area, definitely stop by and say hey. Come check out all the new stuff that I've got in stock and the old stuff that I've got as well. As you guys have seen in my videos, I am having a little bit of a tough time with selling out. Still a great problem to have, so not feeling too bad about it. A little frustrated that I don't have the timing down just yet, but super happy that it's happening. Hopefully it continues right through Christmas, and I see a good year of sales this year so that I can ramp up again more for next year and kind of go from there. I have had some of my wholesalers have eased off, which is interesting. So I don't know what's happening there. I do know what's happening. I talked to specifically one wholesaler, and her business has slowed. So although I'm doing well and increasing sales. Hers has slowed down a bit, so she hasn't been able to order as much. So I guess we're all in different boats at different times. I'm sure you guys are the same, but for now, I couldn't be happier. Everything's going the way I want it to this year. I hope it continues on this trend, and I'm looking forward to doing a couple of updates to the shop, some new white shelving. I'll check it out at the end of the month, but I think I'm there, ready to do that. But some new white shelving, and I don't think I'll get to it, maybe not even this year, but I'd like to do something with this back section to make it look a little more professional and flowing and stuff. But I don't know if that'll happen this year. But all overall, things are going great. I hope it all continues, and I'll let you go for today, and I'll bring you back when I do the cut so you can have a quick look-see. Okay, and we are back for the cut. If I can get this guy loose here. So this is my Dreamcatcher's Gentle Snowfall. I love the blue and the white design on this one. It's one of my favorite soaps, probably my second favorite here at the shop. I find this scent, as I said, both men and women seem to enjoy this fragrance, which is nice. It is my top seller in the store. So the pomegranate marshmallow that I make is my personal favorite, but the Dreamcatcher's Gentle Snowfall is the top seller in the store. It's scented with Snowy Morning from Windy Point. And I just, as I said, I love that fragrance. It's so nice. I'm just getting organized here. So I'm doing a voiceover today as I just wanted to sit and chill and do some work on this day. I didn't want to be chatting on a video, but I still wanted to make sure that you guys got a recording of it, and I figured I could come back later and fill you in on everything that's going on here. So I'm watching probably something on Netflix. I can't recall what I was watching that day, but something random, most likely. It might be another soaker as well. Could be listening to while I'm working on it. So that was a little bit tricky to get out. Generally, if it's a little bit tricky like that, for me, it's a case of it is not cured enough yet to take out of the mold. It's not the case here. It's absolutely gone through gel phase. It's just the soap you can see on the edges there. I had a little extra soap, so it's gone over and stuck to the wood, and that's what was making it difficult this time around. I don't intentionally gel my soaps. I don't have an oven in my shop, but some of my fragrances will gel. And I say some of the time. I think it has to do with how hot it is in my studio, whether or not they'll go through gel or not. As I said, I don't force it. I've been fairly lucky not to see partial gels. It's either it gels or it doesn't. That I don't know. Total fluke, guys. I don't know why that is the way it is, but I've been very lucky in that sense. But this one definitely heated up and went through gel phase. Of course, I am absolutely in love with the swirls here. Everything's just looking beautiful. And it reminds me of a snowstorm. I think the name Dreamcatcher's Gentle Snowfall is quite accurate for the soap. It just reminds me of a snowstorm. Beautiful blue colors and white. So if you're looking at the thumbnail, the goat in that picture is Dreamcatcher. She, as I mentioned earlier, is one of our first goats that we got. She's our best milker at the moment. We'll see if she holds that status. We have another goat named Fairy Tale who might
might be winning her out. And when I say best milker, she is happy to be milked. She is thrilled to go on the stand and be milked. She has fairly large teats as well, which makes her easier to milk. The Nigerian dwarfs can have very small teats, and it can be a little bit tricky sometimes. And she gives a lot of milk. She's notorious for having 3 and 4 babies at a time. 4 babies is more common for her than anything else. And when she does this, she, of course, needs a little bit extra milk to produce for those babies. And then when she's done nursing them, we have benefited from that extra milk production for ourselves as well. So that's worked out really well for us, and we've been very happy with it. And I do say that Fairy Tale is coming up, giving her a run for her money. We are milking Fairy Tale right now, and Fairy Tale has the nice teats. She's standing great on the stand, and her milk production. She's still nursing 2 kids, so we're doing what they call a sharing. So we only take milk in the morning, and then the kids get to drink from her throughout the day. Just based on their age, it's okay to do that at this point. And then we again will take in the morning. So we just kind of have been doing that milk sharing with her, but she's been giving us a ton of milk already. So we'll see what she provides when she's no longer nursing at all and we're getting the full amount of the milk, but we're pretty happy with her so far. And she has a magnificent udder as well, where Dreamcatcher unfortunately does not. She's one of the goats that we have been working to improve upon with her kids. So we've paired her up with one of our goats who has a strong family lineage of really, really good udders, and therefore we've used that male goat to breed against her just to see if we can improve it. We believe we have. We've seen one of her kids now, udder look much better. It'll be a little bit of a time will tell. Let's see what second and third pregnancies do, if it holds up nicely. But I think we've corrected that problem. Hopefully, fingers crossed, in our line. But she just didn't have really great attachment, and it unfortunately shows. So as great of a milker as she is, her udder could use some love. And what happens with their udders if they don't have great attachment is they can basically, as they get older, kind of be saggy and dragging on the ground, and there's health issues, and it's a whole thing. So that's why you want to avoid that wherever you can, and why Fairy Tale could potentially be the better goat with her beautiful udder. She's also, Fairy Tale's a much more flashy goat too. She stands out. I really enjoy her. But Dreamcatcher is my sweetheart. She will come to me every day, gives me a little snuggle, and she trains up her babies to be very social as well. So they all love spending time with everyone, which is perfect. That's the way we want our goats to be on our farm, is social. We hate the concept of chasing goats around all over the place. That's just not something we want to do. We want them to be happy to come to us and be loved or milked or fed or whatever maybe. So I don't know that I mentioned just on the last couple there that I did, they did have a little bit of cracking down the middle. It's not a big deal. For me, I don't get too worked up about it. Once you slice them into bars, it's not super noticeable anyways. But I did notice there was a little bit of cracking, which doesn't surprise me with how much this really went through gel phase. When it gets so hot like that, it doesn't surprise me that it cracks. And it has been so hot in my shop. Like, I bet you I'm ready. Sorry guys, I keep yawning. I bet you I am running 30 to 35 degrees in my shop on a regular basis. And we're kind of at the end of August here, so I'm hoping it's going to start cooling off a bit. and we won't have so many hot days. But anyways, this is my Forever Bored Dreamcatcher's Gentle Snowfall Goat Milk Soap. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and may you be forever bored. Talk to you soon. Bye.